Okay, the org chart. Some people say this, and those of you in the back, you think it's an eye test. It's not. What I'm trying to show here is obviously, number one is our resident. That's why we're here. I'm grateful that the residents hired me to run the administrative side so we can do good work for them. But we had to put structure in place, just like you have in business, right? There needs to be a flow. We talk about staying in your lane. What is your lane? It's your vertical. I went through and talked about, okay, here's the resident, here's administrative, clerk, treasurer, city council, and then here's the administrative side. Here are those lanes. So you talk about having direction, people knowing where to go, what to get done, and guess what? Accountability. To me, accountability is not a bad word. It's not a bad word in business. It's not a bad word in government. So that's our org chart. That's how we kind of run the show. It's been very effective to make sure that we're getting things done, getting traction, allowing us to get rock completion. We worked hard on some innovative operational efficiencies. Want to give a shout out to McCrate and his team for the building and DPW department. Used to be a wall right here. Now you come in. Do residents care what it says above? They want help, right? They want help. People come in and say, Chris, I need some help. Chris will take you, walk you to where you need to go. They don't know if it's the assessor. They don't know if it's a treasurer. They just know it's City Hall. It's government. I pay my taxes. Give me something in return for it. So that's all they know. Assessors, finance, and water. We brought the assessor back upstairs where they belong. And I want to give a shout out here. We had talk about some team cooperation. We had Julie Albert bring her team up. We had Lynn Conway, a team player, say, hey, you know what? I think we can make this work. She said, I'll take my office and move it over here. So we can move this around, share people, and get better customer service. Stand up, ladies. Good job on that. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Julie. Hey, is that teamwork or what? But seriously, great example of working together. So ultimately, when a resident walks in, they can turn to the right and say, okay, I can get all the things I need done with assessor, finance, whatnot. Now this one's huge, especially those of you who are in this room that are business people. This is a chamber event. Okay, you look at the first line and council goes, hey, you got to have a balanced budget, Mayor. What do you tell them? I'm not saying that. State law, you got to have a balanced budget. That's a minimum. Now, are there some communities that don't have one? Yeah, unfortunately. They got to get their house in order. So I think that's good that council and the mayor's office have worked to have a balanced budget. But we've also made sure that we do have some surplus and fund balance. That's our savings account. Are we where we need to be? I want to get better. But I think you got to have that savings account at home. You got to have that rainy day fund. We got to have it at the city too. They're counting on us to do a good job with their money. This one's huge. Healthcare, we've heard a lot about healthcare over the last several years, haven't we? Healthcare is a major issue in our society and in our country. I don't know how many businesses could say this, and this is coming from government. We've not only reduced existing healthcare cost, we locked in the rates for the next 4 years at as low as what we were paying in 2012. How many businesses have locked it in for 4 years under 2012 rates? Now, we did that working with the Teamsters, working creatively. Our whole value statement, innovative. Boy, was that innovative. Chief of Staff, innovator here, integrator and innovator. Robert Dickerson helped with that tremendously. Work with the Teamsters. How could we do that? How could we save costs? So we now have lower costs and, in a lot of cases, actually more benefit. That's huge in healthcare. The bottom point, this is one of those that if you're a mayor or a supervisor of a town, and I know Mayor Solers, thanks for being here. I know you're dealing with the same thing. You've got these legacy costs out there that keep you up at night, that I inherited, that you inherited, that now we've got to fix. The people hired us to fix them. Well, I feel good in the first year, working collectively, with our union, with our retirees, and with the unions, we had an opportunity or an incentive for them to buy out a long-term health care retirees, and we had a 20% overall participation that we saved, what equates to about $25 million in long-term savings to the city that we were obligated to pay had we not done that. Now that number's still big, but that is huge. I don't know of any other communities or businesses that are working on these type of issues and addressing them with this magnitude. So those are 3 takeaways that I hope as a business person you can go back and say, that city is functioning and operating efficiently, at least go in the right direction. Good job on that one. That was great work. Website. You know, when I was knocking doors and talking to people, and we talk about communicating a lot of different ways. Some people like written, some people like websites. I looked at our website, and I'm not dogging anybody, but this is what it was over here. We had to do a complete fresh look. And on this particular one, we put a lot into it. It's been a long time coming. We finally have our new website design back. There's a couple little tweaks that we still need to do, but now we can communicate and interact with a website that we're proud of. Quarterly newsletter communication is, you know, we have people that don't have a computer. Where's Gordon? Gordon, you still here? Yeah, you know, nothing against you. I love you, Gordon. What did you tell me at church the other day? I don't have a computer. I don't want to get an email. Well, it's my job to make sure we're offering that communication other ways. So what we wanted to make sure we did is we said, let's get a newsletter going. Let's tell people what we're doing. Let's send it out quarterly. Every business, every resident, put it full of information. I don't want it filled full of stuff that's patting the Burcroft team on their back. Tell people about their government. Tell them how we can help them. Tell them what we can do. And that's exactly what we did. And I tell you what, a lot of hard work went into this one. Jasmine, where are you? Put down the fork. Stand up. She did an awesome job. Chief Dickerson helped her big time on that. I would, you know, leave the office, come back later for a meeting. They're still there working on a newsletter, trying to get it finished up to meet their timeline. That's the kind of commitment that they have to our city.